What's up, Cancers? Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. So happy to have the Cancer Squad out there with me today. We are going to do your January into February tarot love readings. Here on YouTube, guys, all the messages I'm sending out to you are general. That means not everything I say will resonate with you. It's up to you guys to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, and ultimately to take away only the messages that you feel are intended for you for your best and highest good. Cancer, you are very intuitive. You will know which messages are yours. Also, give these messages time to resonate, a few hours, days, even weeks. If something hits later down the line, that means it was your message. Take it and run with it. Anything that feels foreign or strange or doesn't fit your circumstance or scenario, you can release it. You can drop it like it's hot. That probably means it's a message for someone else. Bottom of your deck, Chariot. Hell yeah. What a great card. I love this deck. It's pretty. All right. So everything else about this reading is written in the description box below. That includes the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram. Please like, share, subscribe wherever you can, including on this video. That helps me a whole lot. Helps this channel, this video gain traction, momentum, so these messages can get out to those who want to hear them and who need to hear them. All right, let's see. I'm going to finish off with this one. I was shuffling your cards off camera and I heard Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. So I don't know if some of you have babies on the mind, or if you're, I don't know, maybe you're babysitting or singing, what are they called, nursery rhymes? I almost said fairy tales. Or something about the star being Aquarius season, which we're headed into. That might be something about very sweet innocence, children. And I mean, you can be like this metaphorical child, right? Like wonderment, awe, experiencing the world in a very pure, untainted way. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Maybe that means something to someone out there. Maybe you call somebody your little star. All right, let's hop in. For Cancer, it's going to be mid-January, roughly into mid-February. To take only what resonates, please. So let's see. Starting off with Ace of Cups. I love that. Your heart is full of love. Oh, wow. King of Cups, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces vibes, the king of love, the king of family, the king of faith, of spirituality, king of creative potential. I heard untapped potential. King of Wands, wow, and the Six of Swords. All right, interesting. So this could be, you have two kings, so potentially deciding between a water and a fire sign in your past. You're potentially moving away from a King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, with some very crucial, very important lessons that you learned about how to fill your own cup, how to be self-sufficient, how to keep your energy and your heart very protected and as I was saying, very pure. Something about somebody taking from your cup and not returning on their promise to love, to commit to you, to put work into the relationship. You've had to be sort of defensive of your energy, but you're vibing high as like a king, Cancer, in your water suit, your elemental suit. This is like you've stepped into your power in love. It feels very empowered. And in the past, you may have had, I do keep wanting to say two suitors, a fire and a water king. Whether you are masculine or feminine, Cancer, or your person is masculine or feminine, two potential partners in the fire and water suit. Potentially a Sagittarius, Temperance, bottom of your deck. Someone who taught you about the balance, the equal give and take of love, the blending of opposites. Again, fire and water with Temperance. Wow. Wow. You have two more kings. All right. So I was going to clarify the Six of Swords. This is typically the moving on with valuable knowledge, valuable lessons, escaping mental conflict and moving to like, clear shores, smooth sailing up ahead, right? If you've kind of been, especially mentally, kind of battling it out, figuring out some, tying up loose ends in your mind, moving on from something or someone towards someone, that's usually the card that this indicates. It could be literal travel as well, too. Clarifying that, you have two kings and an ace. That's amazing. So you have the King of Fire twice. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You both may have very strong fire in your chart, or this could have been a very passionate, magnetic, what is the word? Kinetic relationship, something about the energy, the fire, the passion. It was very, very hot, very sexualized. I can feel like warmth. And then with King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You have 3 kings here, Cancer. What the hell? So you're presenting as King of Cups. That's your elemental suit. You may have had 3 suitors, or again, if something about the two different suitors made sense to you, a fire sign and an air sign. You saw potential in this relationship, but your person was like dumbfounded or dumbstruck, or something about they didn't know what to do with the messages you were trying to communicate to them. And something about a warning, and a warning of what was to come. I'm almost getting like a vision, a foretelling, foresight of I am sort of getting a relationship that didn't work out. I think whatever was moving on, there was a premonition. Like a tower moment that was visible. It was almost like you were anticipating it, or maybe your person was anticipating it. And so, okay, so maybe somebody fled too soon. Maybe somebody left before the tower actually came, because yeah, particularly the fire suit, they had a vision of something bad coming down, or like metaphorically the tower coming down to, like, you know, break you so that you can grow and rebuild. Someone had a vision or like a dream of this. And I mean, it could have been you, Cancer. You are extremely intuitive, very frequently psychic abilities. But yeah, it's like somebody wasn't looking where they were going. Somebody wasn't using their logic, their clarity to process the information. Yeah, I have to be honest. I think a fire sign fled. I'm getting double confirmation of that here. The 6 of Swords landed on the Fire King. And with this, it's almost like this aspect of like, look out, there's the tower, it's coming. And maybe you were the one, and I don't use this in a condescending way, but dumbstruck. It's like the information, the knowledge, the lesson was handed right to you, but you didn't do anything with it. You were kind of, maybe it kind of took you by surprise. Maybe this was an essential tower that the relationship didn't take off and thrive. Yes, somebody cut something and decided to go elsewhere. You have 2 aces, a water signs and air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. There's a lot of players here. A Fire King could have left you, Cancer, to go off with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That's very likely the case for a lot of you. So that's kind of the past. I don't know if we need to over-clarify it. I will throw one more on this Ace of Cups. But you learned something very valuable from this, and just simply because you do have 3 kings, technically you have 4 kings, you were able to orient yourself in a way where you know what kind of love you want and you deserve now. And you're more guarded and protective of who you're giving your time and your energy to. And there might be a Pisces on the horizon for you. Yeah, you are much more quick to cut people off energetically if they don't seem balanced, if they don't seem right, if they're not making very practical, reasonable, responsible, tangible offers to you. I think you're very quickly like, nope. And something about you've learned that exterior beauty needs to match the interior beauty. Just because someone presents as a rose doesn't mean you're not going to get pricked by the thorn. This is a card of Libra, also Gemini and Aquarius, but I think it's representing you. You're cutting off people in your life who don't value you, who don't offer you the idea of like growth, like the garden, something they want to nurture and grow like the seed with you. I think you learned potentially from a selfish fire sign, doesn't have to be, but a fire sign who potentially left you to be with someone else, or again, they anticipated a tower moment with you and so they potentially cut it off. You saw that as very selfish and not dealing with it in a logical way. This person may have even ghosted you. Like, it seems very, harsh, and again, like they just had a vision and they weren't able to explain it to you, or vice versa. That really stole from your love, that stole from your energy, and I think it broke your heart a little bit. But again, you're presenting as this higher vibrational king. And so I think it was a valuable lesson for you in who to cut from your life, and not to entertain people who are simply, I just keep hearing like pretty. Superficiality is no longer dictating how you make decisions in love. You're coming at love from a very pure place now. Something, again, the idea of twinkle, twinkle, little stars, something about childlike innocence. I think you have been fooled in the past. Someone would present you with, this is all in metaphor, I'm saying this. Someone would present you with a rose and you'd go out, you know, you'd go to accept and you'd get pricked by the thorn, the word prick. You're probably attracting a lot of pricks. Am I even allowed to say that on YouTube? Jerks? You know, yeah, not nice people. Anyway, moving on. All right. Yeah, you are being more selective. That's the word. You are being more selective in who you allow into your life, because energetically, you don't have love to give to people who aren't serious, to people who will up and leave you unexpectedly or without logical reason. I think you're done with that. Yeah, you're done with people who are vibing low. Beautiful. All right, so moving into your potential present, we have the Sun, a card of Leo, 5 of Cups and 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, so you've had to swim through some lonely waters, lonely spells of emotion. Every now and then you get resurgence of the past, of spilled cups, of people who have disappointed you. But there is opportunity that exists within your space that could offer you, again, a practical forward movement to build upon something, but it's going to start with you, Cancer. It's going to start with your Ace of Cups. Your cup must runneth over, as we say. You must have love for yourself. And by demonstrating that love for self, for you in your everyday life, that's going to catch someone's eye, particularly an Earth sign, because they see your drive and your motivation and your dedication to building your own life on your own terms for yourself. It has nothing to do with, again, over investing in people who are just really like shady or unstable or fly by night. When you invest money in yourself, your activities, your life, simply because you want to grow those seeds for you, that attracts like onlookers. People notice that and they see great potential in you as someone they want to match cups with, like a potential 2 of Cups offer, potentially with a Leo or, again, an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. What they don't see, though, is that behind closed doors, there is this very heavy sorrow that still exists in your life. And so this is a reminder to you that your emotions are valid, and it's okay that you do have that resurgence of unhappy memories that come up from time to time. But remember that that is in the past and that you are supposed to look optimistically and keep building the future of your dreams. Again, I want to underscore, for yourself. This is doing things because they bring you joy, because they bring you happiness. This is a great card of growth, optimism, creativity, magical wonderment. Again, the baby, twinkle, twinkle, little star. There's something important, and some of you, maybe you are looking for that long-lasting relationship that is going to grow into a family. You know, you and me and the baby makes 3. This is a 3 of Pentacles, a card of Capricorn. Some of you may be single moms or single dads, single parents, however you want to say it. And the time you do have, it's like you're working to build a good life for you and your child, or how that resonates, you and your baby, your project, your dream career, whatever you hold sentimental and close to your heart. You're trying to bridge the gap between being very practical about your steps forward, but still honoring your emotions, that it does feel like something is still lacking, and it does have to do with a disappointment from the past. Again, potentially something that got severed with a fire or an air sign. Yeah, have faith that something that died out or was released or let go, something you maybe intentionally moved on from or are trying to move on from still, it was meant as a means for you to hit reset in your love life so that reciprocity, a balancing out of the scales, could offer you new love, new potential for romantic partnership, for self-love. Intuitively, you know that this relationship wasn't all that it could have been because there was not reciprocity. There was something your person couldn't give to you. Or there was third-party situation stuff going on. There was like a secret side piece, or not even necessarily a side piece. There were secrets. How I was saying, there was something this person thought or felt, but they weren't able to communicate it for you. It's like, and I don't know if that was intentional, but this idea of something bad is coming, we have to flee, we have to run. That didn't make sense to you. I just keep getting that. It was like, someone was like, sorry, Cancer, like, I gotta go. I can't explain, I have to go. And I think some of you were still left holding that cup of like, but you're my person, but I loved you, but whatever. There was something where they weren't able to invest in your cup the way you were invested in them. And internally, intuitively, you know that relationship, at least at the time, and again, I'm reading in the past here, it didn't have the balance, it didn't have the pillars to uphold a structure. You are meant to build your own structure on your own. And with that, this is all in metaphor, once you erect something that is solid and stable for yourself, for you and your child, for you and your project, whatever you hold dear to you, your family, your whatever, you investing time in yourself, I'm getting like bees to honey. That's going to draw the right people. And I want to be clear, it's not an energy vampire. It's not someone who wants to take advantage of what you already have and like pounce on an opportunity. It's not that. It's someone who is inspired by the work you're doing, maybe out in the community, maybe with children. Maybe some of you are art teachers, painters, poets, playwrights, something very creative and artistic. Using disappointments of the past as, spilled cups as a motivator to get back out there and rebuild and to firmly establish what you were accepting as romantic partnership in the future. That is going to draw the right people. And again, I keep hearing inspire. There's some sort of knowledge and potential that you're sitting on where if you were to go out and build upon that dream, that idea, that's going to usher in a new cup of love. And I want to be careful how I phrase this, but it's like you don't even have to work for it. The love that's going to come around to you, in the past, it's felt like you've had relationships where you are constantly trying to, it's like juggle all the balls, keep all the balls in the air at once because your person just wasn't showing up or doing the work. You felt overwhelmed or strained or burdened, but because there was love there, you were willing to do it for them. This new potential relationship, maybe with another water sign or earth sign, it will be easy. It almost falls into your lap. There's a sense of, by going out and doing you for yourself, by living your best life for no other reason than because it brings you joy, that, like a magnet, attracts some sort of romantic partnership that is new, where the scales will be balanced. Maybe it's with a Libra, or again, a Cancer or a Pisces. You might meet someone at work, but I don't know if it would be like your main work. If you have like a side hustle or a side hobby, or even go out socially to do something for yourself, take yourself out to dinner, go to a movie, go to a concert. You might meet someone that way, where it's like you go out to do some sort of activity, activity or type of work. Maybe it's like work on your body, going to the gym, you know, going for a jog. You meet somebody where that wasn't your main goal or intention. The purpose or the reason for you being in that space at that venue, it was because you were seeking like joy for yourself, and someone else in that space or that venue, they are there for that reason, and that's how your cups align. That's how you come into contact with this person. That's how your cups join. Yeah, you're due for a new beginning. Yeah, something about when you are in a good way distracted, when you're running out the door to go to that yard sale, when you're running out the door to go catch that movie and you're running 5 minutes late. Again, you're doing it for yourself. I do keep wanting to say individually, or with children, for those who are, I don't know, teachers or whatever, particularly music teachers. There's something where you're doing it to build your bank account, grow yourself personally, spiritually. When you're not even looking, that's when you bump into this person and like, what is that stupid commercial? It's like, you got your chocolate on my peanut butter or whatever. That's what it is. And even with this like very 1950s like housewife tarot, there's like a collision. And there's a collision of love, and it's because both your cups are full to the brim. If these cups were to bump and spill, they could offer back what was lost from the cup, if that makes sense. This is a very healing partnership. It may start off as a friendship because you guys have mutual interests. That is like what I've been circling around for the last, what feels like 10 minutes. There's a mutual interest you guys have. And again, I want to explain, you would not have met this person had you not gone through some sort of troubled or tumultuous relationship, potentially with a fire sign where you were forced. This feels like forced to move on. It's like, yeah, something about this being God, spirit, universe. It was like, nope, Cancer, I'm rescuing from this potential fire or air sign who's just like, yeah, like there was something unstable about this. Universe ushered in this change to move you forward with valuable knowledge and lessons. And that lesson is yourself, Cancer. This is your card, the High Priestess. Intuitively, you know that there is good love out there. There is happiness and joy to be experienced. But with Aces and the Fool, you are the initiator of that joy. It starts with Ace, the one. It starts with you, Cancer. When you invest your time, your energy, even your money, right? Your investments in things that bring you joy, that get you out of this headspace of sorrow and depression of the past, there is, in that space of pursuing what brings you joy, you will probably meet someone who is more in alignment with you and someone you can grow and build with. Maybe it's a business partnership, maybe it's friendship, but I'm just getting it could blossom into this Two of Cups that's like swarming around your head. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Something about that song is important. I mean, I know that's so silly when I hear myself say it, but that song keeps coming up over and over. Maybe it has to do with an Aquarius. Not giving up on your hopes and dreams and love, not throwing in the towel just because it didn't work out once. Just because it didn't work out twice, right? I mean, you have so many kings, Cancer. Again, whether you're male or female, maybe this is like your fourth time up at bat being like, I think this is the one, but I really don't know because it never works out for me. Don't be in that headspace of like negative and lack mentality. Make sure you are vibing high. Again, surround yourself by people or be in environments that bring you joy, that bring you growth, particularly outside, which it makes sense, Cancer. You rule the house, the home. It's very easy to retreat into your crab shell and hide from the world. This is nudging you to like go out into nature. Go out and see like the beauty that the world has to offer, because out in that world, you might meet somebody who's, it's like fate and destiny is trying to usher this person into you. But by sitting alone crying in the dark, you're never going to meet that person, right? You have to take action and like show up so the universe knows that you're ready for this, right? Out the door, right? She's out the door with all her stuff. She's got places to go and people to see. And what's driving her, what's motivating her is her love of self. She doesn't need validation from other people that she's good enough or that she's worthy of love. She knows it already. She's a badass. She's ready to take on the world. That is the type of energy you need to like channel right now, Cancer. Even if it's hard. There's an expiration date on how long you were supposed to hang on to this relationship from the past. And I'm getting like, it's time to change. It's time to transform. In Capricorn season, we give a lot of thought and energy and time into thinking about karmic partnerships, things that need to be released and let go of, judgment, closure, tying up loose ends, people who've burned us, that lasting memory. It's like you can still smell the smoke of that relationship that burned, in metaphor, right? Clearing out your thoughts of unnecessary emotions, of unnecessary emotional baggage and burdens that you're taking on. It's time to take those lessons, because that's what they are, and move forward with them practically. Because there's valuable lessons in your soul path, in your soul journey, soul searching. It's going to align you and put you in the right spot, where when you're at a state of rest and zen, when your mind is no longer clouded and cluttered by heavy, upset, unsettled emotion, again, when you least expect it, when you're off living your very best life for you, that is when there's like a collision, and it's beautiful. It's like a spark. It's a 2 of Cups. All right, let's look at your future. So the Hanged Man again, you have the Hanged Man twice. Card of Pisces, Neptune, dreaming. The Chariot, that is you, Cancer. You have your card twice, do you not? Oh no, you have the High Priestess. So Moon energy, ruled by Cancer, obviously, and then the Chariot. So your energy coming up twice. And Knight of Pentacles twice. Okay. Where's my Knight? What'd I do with them? So double Virgo energy, Taurus or Capricorn. And look, these Knights are moving towards each other, because they're investing their time, their pentacles, their body, their work. There's practicality in what you're putting your energy into, and Knights bring change and movement into our life. And I'm sorry, but I have to do it. It's like, they're gonna meet, Cancer. Like, they're going to cross paths. There's going to be a collision. These are the slowest moving Knights in the deck. So again, this isn't going to be it happens overnight and romance blossoms and you instantly know, but there is a mutual hobby. There is a mutual interest in some sort of activity or skill or talent, or someplace, this sounds so silly, someplace you go and spend money, your favorite little shop around the corner, your favorite, bar that you always get a drink at on Thursday night. There's a mutual interest, and there's like a twinning thing going on. You both are there for the same reason, and it's probably spiritual growth, right? But again, you have 2 aces. You both are in the process of learning to refill your cup on your own and not relying on other people to tell you that you are worthy enough, that you are beautiful enough, that you are strong enough, that you do deserve love. That comes from a place of you knowing for yourself. That, like, something about Moon and Sun, the changing of the cycles, with time, your wounds will heal. Have faith in that. Water signs, huge cards of faith and spirituality. Faith in the universe, that universe took you on this difficult journey for a reason. Universe had a plan for you this whole time, Cancer. I love that you have double Knight of Pentacles. So look out for a Virgo, Taurus or Capricorn, earth signs in particular. Page of Cups, yeah, there's going to be flirting. There's going to be little crushes here and there. Again, over time, right? When you're doing it for no other reason other than because it makes you happy, right? You're going out to share your innocent, your pure love with the world. If you have a child, this person may have a child also. Maybe you are taking your child to the park and that's where you meet this other person. Do you understand what I'm saying? Maybe you are, I don't know, maybe you're taking like is finger painting a class you can take? Can you take a class in finger painting? Something very innocent and youthful, some activity that you enjoy, taking a baking class or whatever. There's a mutual common ground there because it fills your cup, it brings you joy. And with a page, there's messages of small emotions, but it's joy and happiness and innocent love. This isn't going to be a fly-by-night like hot sex and that's it. It grows into something beautiful because the love needs to like recharge. You gotta keep your emotions good, right? You gotta keep yourself happy, and when you're vibing high, that's when I think new love comes. Could also be with a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Something about sunflowers is important here too. I don't know if that's the logo of some place you frequently go to, or if that's a nickname. Oh, you may have a sunflower tattoo. Yeah, something about sunflowers is important. And you may meet this person at something about a place where families gather, or multiple generations gather. Yeah, it's something about the young and the old. Maybe it's an activity all age groups participate in. It's something like that. I don't know. All right, moving on. This is going to be a person who's more in alignment with your dreams and your goals into the future. Again, it's something you can build upon. Moving away from conflict and strife and chaos, trying to force a relationship to work that just could not work, you're done with that. This relationship will not require tons of effort in terms of like having to exert all this energy and constantly playing this game of, am I enough? Do they want me to text them? Am I doing this wrong? It's not that. It's like you naturally collide with this person. I say accidentally, but that's what the universe has planned for you. This will be easy, Cancer. If you are struggling to make something work, that is a red flag moving forward. It's time to snip it. It's time to cut it. Even if they present as this beautiful rose, right? If they're not going to grow with you, it's not worth extending your heart or your energy towards. Why is the Hangman presenting for Cancer? Your Nine of Cups. Yeah, be patient. Give it a little bit longer. Manifest. Be thinking long-term in terms of what's going to bring you happiness and joy in your life. Your wish fulfillment. What's in your cup? Who are the people you want to surround yourself with? What are the activities that bring you joy? Something about being in a situation where there's multiple people, there's multiple cups. All these people go to like commune and enjoy, again, the art show, the concert. It doesn't have to be something creative, but some sort of venue where there's lots of people, you are naturally going to find a person with similar interests, with mutual goals and desires that are in alignment with your wish fulfillment, right? It's working your way towards like, goals, wish fulfillment, achieving all that you desire. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. That's what I mean. All these metaphors of children, if you don't literally have children, this is saying, again, go out and like pure innocence. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I don't know. Something about that song is important, and it has to do with youthful innocence. Not taking things too seriously. Page of Cups can be flirting. It's small messages of emotional communication. It can be apologies, but quite frankly, I'm not sensing that. This feels new. This Knight of Pentacles enters your life when you're in a really good place, when you're vibing high. Again, you don't even anticipate it. I keep hearing collision. You bump into this person. Again, something about meeting at a playground or something that is like child-oriented. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnerships. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles, slowest moving knight in the deck. This is not going to burst into flames overnight. For better or worse, right? It's not going to be a tower moment, but it's also not going to be like this hot, sexual, passionate romance. It's earth. It takes time to grow. You have to invest in it. You have to nurture it, right? You have to give it sunlight and water, right? That's how we're going to get this relationship, this bud, this seedling to grow. Miracle. Wish fulfillment. Wishing on a star. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, right? Here you are thinking you're always going to be disappointed by the men or the women or the relationships in your life. You're not. There's Two of Cups trying to come into you, and it's going to be miraculous. What you've always hoped and desired and dreamed of in a relationship, it's possible. It will come into you when you choose to focus on yourself and your Ace of Cups, Cancer. Right? That's what this is saying. It's very hopeful, guys. I like this Knight of Pentacles, especially Virgos and Scorpios. And Libra wanted to fall out. Any other zodiac signs want to come out in this Cancer reading for love, January into February. If you have a skill or a talent or a hobby, spend time doing that. And if it's something you naturally do in your home, see if there's a way to bring it out into the world. Sell your paintings in a public space. Join a baking class. Like, do you know what I mean? Surround yourself in situations where you are able to meet people with that similar, with that similarity, I guess. Sagittarius. Oh, wow. You got double Sagittarians. So I'm going to pull one more for you. Libra and Sagittarius. You had quite a few cards of like Pisces come through. And Scorpio. And Aquarius is bottom of your deck. All right, so that's what I got for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what resonates for you. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, Cancer!